Alright, so here I was making this video thinking that it was an original idea until I saw one YouTuber upload about presents and gift ideas for the holidays, and then I saw two YouTubers upload about presents and ideas for the holidays, and then I saw three YouTubers upload about presents and ideas for the holidays. You can pretty much understand where I'm going with this. I thought this was an original idea. Apparently it wasn't, but I've already filmed it and have edited it, so I'm still going to put this video out there. These are my ideas and my gift ideas, tips and tricks, whatever, for 2019 holiday season. Hope you enjoy. That's it. Roll the video. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about something that I think is going to be very useful. Pretty much Thanksgiving just ended here in the States and we're approaching the holiday season coming up just around the corner in December. So a lot of things are happening, a lot of gifts are going to be shared, a lot of gifts are going to be bought for folks. And I want to talk about the 10 things that I bought myself or got bought for me that I find the most useful, and then just sort of give you some advice on something that you can buy someone who is maybe a friend or a family member or someone who's just beginning or starting in the photography or video realm. Or if you yourself are interested in buying any of these things for yourself, then you can feel free to do that as well. First and foremost, you need to start off with the bare bones. So what is the bare bones? That would be the only thing that you actually need to actually make a video or to actually take pictures. That is most obviously a camera, a tripod, a microphone. So the good thing about most cameras is that they all have an internal microphone. That includes your cell phone, that includes this mirrorless camera that I'm shooting on, this DSLR on my side right here. All those things have internal cameras. But the reason I sort of put a microphone into the bare bones is that it's usually better to just sort of get a microphone. You can find them fairly cheap, and you can find a lot of like options out there. There are, you know, super high premium ones that are expensive, but you can also find ones that are much less. So while it's not super bare bones, because all you do need is technically a camera and just like a tripod to go ahead and start filming, I think that a microphone and the options out there for a microphone aren't necessarily too bad. But aside from the bare bones, these things are going to be some accessories, some add-ons, pretty much extending outward from that bare bones stuff. When it comes to film and photography, a lot of things are expensive. A lot of gear and adding gear and stuff like that, it adds up over time. Starting in photography, starting in videography, one of the most important things in general is just knowing that your family or your friends or whoever you've told about this dream or this passion actually supports you. So I think that a gift around that in general is one that someone will find ensuring and comforting in knowing that they went ahead and are choosing something and people are actually believing in them. So that's a big positive, I think, in general for getting any of these things. And then aside from that, the smaller sort of accessorized items are something that maybe aren't a super priority, and when you have a low budget or you have no budget whatsoever, are things that maybe get pushed off to the side but could make a little bit of a big difference. So that's where we go ahead and we jump into expanding the bare bones. Now you're sort of accessorizing, you're getting a little more out there, you are actually starting to build a kit. And that goes into things like camera bags, lights, or a flash, or even a gorilla pod, or any sort of other mounting rig that's different than just a tripod. Gorilla pods are a little expensive, but there is a range of gorilla pods, and you can find ones under $100. For lights and flash, you can find a whole bunch of these online. There's ones like the Sony light panel, which is what I'm actually using right now, which is a little over $100. So that's pretty expensive, but there are many more lights. There's a lot of options out there for lights under that $100 price range, and it would make a world of a difference to anyone who's just beginning. This I call the future and beyond. So the idea behind this is that you have your set kit, you have the bare bones, you've already begun to accessorize, but you're going to take it a step further, future and beyond. And here we're gonna be talking about gimbals, lenses, and adapters. I mean, there's so many other things. Like this is getting into a whole new territory and probably way more into the nitty and gritty that you might be even thinking as far as getting a gift for someone. Gimbals are just an expansion of mounting options. So we started with the tripod, then we moved on to gorilla pod. Gimbals are just another thing to add to that list. Those are usually the more expensive ones. You're not really gonna find anything less than like $300 unless it's maybe used. If you are interested in possibly getting that as an option and there's just nothing at all that someone has, one way you can start is just with the weighted options. Newer has one for about $70, $75, and those are all stabilizers that use weights as opposed to a motor, and that's just a great way for somebody to get started in actually using motion in their shots. Lenses are another thing. So lenses can get very expensive and very pricey, but there's a whole world out there of lenses. You can find manual lenses on eBay or on other sites like Etsy and stuff. These are manual lenses, old film lenses from 35mm SLR cameras. These usually go for very, very cheap, and you can find them for like under $50, $40, sometimes even $30, and there's just tons of focal lengths to mess around with, exploring, you know, 135mm, 24mm, 50mm, 35mm, all for a pretty low amount. It's not maybe going to be something they use for like a gig or for like professional reasons, or maybe it is, I don't know, everybody's different, but it's at least something that they could go ahead and begin exploring with and trying, seeing the ways that it goes ahead and affects an image or a video and things of that sort. Adapters are another one. That's sort of where we get into like smaller accessories that are pretty small and maybe get pushed to the side that you're not really thinking about when you yourself have just gotten a kit. You maybe want to spend more money on something else, but adapters can go ahead and give you a whole new workflow, a whole new process. So wrapping it all up, video gear and photography gear can get very, very pricey, but there's a lot of ways and a lot of workarounds into what you could get, into what you could buy as a possible gift for someone. There's other things around there in the atmosphere that could sort of accessorize, and I think that just getting them a gift to show that you encourage that and you believe in them, I think it goes a whole long way. And that could be something from a little tiny accessory to adding to their kit big time, something they're going to use for a long time. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful and helpful, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and let me know what you're going to be picking up this holiday season, or what you're interested in possibly getting someone for this holiday season. Once again, my name is Will Sweat, and I live in Chicago, the greatest city in the world. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.